What's up, guys? It's Lumos Theramax, and today I've got the big dog himself, YFV, chilling with me.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's YFV. Shout out to all my villain tremites at home watching this shit. Shout out to Lumos, longtime viewer. I found out he's
Hell
actually been watching me since my classic Sharknado video, so I was very proud of that. But yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I'm gonna let him go ahead and start off the discussion.
So, it's something that on my last few villain high councils, ever since What If has been coming out, that's something we've been covering. And there's a lot of really interesting things, I think, within the context of the What Ifs, but we're not really here to discuss a lot of what has happened. It's more so, I think there was a lot of cool stories they had, but there's a lot of places we could take that much further, and I think for much better storytelling, much more extreme examples of, I think, things that could happen in a what if type of situation. So I just wanted to stop and give some hypotheticals about cooler what ifs I think that we should see in maybe season 2, or maybe even past that in hopefully what's going to be a very long animated series from Disney.
I want to see some Star Wars shit in season 2. This stems from I was watching for researching my Ultron video, and we saw a glimpse of what clearly is Vader's castle on Mustafar. What gave it away for me and Lumos talked a little bit before this, and what gave it away for me was the harvesting droids. I'm like, yo, those are clearly harvesting droids, perfectly in place, similar to what we saw in works in Star Wars about Mustafar, particularly with the duel and then Vader's castle. I was like, it's just too much. That's such a beautiful reference. I think my first one I would want to see piggybacking off of that, because Disney's the type of company to drop Easter eggs and kind of go with what's popular.
Yeah.
You know? So I could see that as them like dropping a potential bomb, going with a Star Wars shit. I want to see straight up. I want to see Vader being sent out to find the Infinity Stones.
Ooh.
I want because whenever there used to be some BS going on, some random pop up in the galaxy, it would be Vader that was sent out to go investigate. And if he had the chance to get the Infinity Gauntlet to take out Sidious,
Oh, but
oh my god!
I mean, not only would he be after Sidious, but he hears there's a something that could bring back his wife. Ooh, or have stopped her from dying in the first place. He'd be all about that.
Oh my god! You could either go like happy ending where Vader actually uses it to like do what's right, or you could go him and Sidious like just get random stones and brawl.
Yeah.
Like Sidious finds out last second and fights him. I don't know. There's a lot of things he could use it to make like other stuff canon, like Star Killer.
Oh my gosh.
Disney could use that to literally retcon Star Wars shit. They could almost like, I would say it's almost like an Inception effect. Like they introduce stuff through introducing stuff in season 2. Like they introduced Star Wars to the MCU officially. And then they introduce changes to Star Wars canon through it. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That's dude, that's perfect, especially with Old Republic shit dropping. That's perfect timing. And that's a perfect opportunity for Disney to do that, because it's a what if, and they can say it's an alternate. They can say it's canon now, and they just made it an alternate timeline to their canon Star Wars now.
And that would appease a lot of their fan base in general from being frustrated that their timeline was made like quote unquote irrelevant. How cool would it be to have just an alternative like extended universe timeline that exists out there that you could actually like draw from and have its own continuity? That'd be so awesome.
Man, we might see some wild stuff coming from here, because Star Wars, people got to remember, they can go completely frack, because this was a long time ago in a galaxy far away, bro. MCU is modern day, I'm just saying. So they could literally give us a fresh cast. They could just make up shit. That's dangerous, though, because Disney might just go straight woke. But hoping they don't, and they just would introduce fresh-ass characters. It'd be a really big opportunity to give some fresh takes to add to the MCU, too. I mean, you could go with classics like Vader as well, but just introducing Star Wars in general would just be amazing in a what if.
It would be a win-win for both franchises. I don't think anybody would look at that as an inherently negative thing by any means. But in the
Yeah, you're just a hater. If it was Ray, I could see people being like, dude, damn that.
I mean, you could literally just say that that's all one potential timeline that exists out there, or one potential universe that exists out there, versus the next series of Star Wars movies, which will come out in a completely different one. Maybe we could finally get those actual Star Wars stories, that come after.
I need Chewie. I need Chewie to fight Spider-Man. I need that.
Dude, that would be pretty lit.
I need him to maul him. That's what I need. That's all I want. But yeah, now for real, with the Vader castle thing, I think it'd be super interesting, and it makes sense they could do Vader accidentally going to the MCU main verse via the portals he used when he was astral projecting and stuff. Yeah. And that's a dangerous Vader because he like wiped out the Jedi Council, no diff.
Man.
So that, I mean, there's a lot of windows. What would your first idea be?
I don't know.
Next season?
So don't get me wrong. If we're talking about just tampering with other Disney properties, oh my gosh, dude, that we could be here like all day discussing like really cool crossovers with like just other Disney properties. But just within the world of like the MCU, I think that they just never really utilized some of the cooler what if storylines. I think one that would be really interesting that we just kind of missed out on entirely would be, what if like Thanos was much more like comic book Thanos oriented instead of like the methodology they had. I definitely see him being much more Ultron-esque, especially out of like this final series. I just think it would be much more interesting to see a much more brutal, much more savage version of Thanos like running around the MCU and how exactly they would deal with him.
Agreed. I think they should have been a lot more brave with the higher end, I guess, feats on film type stuff like they're doing in What If. I mean, the wild stuff they're doing in What If is a hit. Yeah. Like, people love that. Like, the wild stuff they were doing with, like, Ego, like, that popped to the casual fans. I hated it because they made Ego a Celestial, but that's a talk for another day.
Yeah.
But, like, for the casuals, like, my parents, yeah, they thought it was amazing. They were like, yo, this is dope. So, I definitely would agree. You could have some dope villain storylines. What's a good villain one? A lot of potential with Loki, obviously. Killmonger winning. That would be interesting. Cap would go after him.
Yeah.
Cap and Winter Soldier, maybe. Because he would try to take over the world. And there's a lot of people not going for that. I would introduce the Netflix gang.
All of the like street tiers.
Defenders.
Yeah, the Defenders. Yeah.
Defenders. Yeah. Have them all.
What if the Defenders were in the MCU? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Kind of get a taste of like what people, if people do want it. Obviously, X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
One I want to see, dude, Blade.
Yeah, he's like a super big fan favorite that like no one, I don't know, the MCU is so afraid to touch on him for some reason. Like I think just Marvel in
animated though, they could use 100% animated. They could use Wesley Snipes.
True, and he's actively come out on social media and said that he was like all about it.
I think animated, that'd just be amazing.
Yeah.
For Marvel. That's just brilliant. Of course, it makes so much sense they won't do it, but let me try to think of like. Okay, so I'm trying to think of realistic blended with, what I want to see. I think I'd like to see Odin and Hela's rampage. What if they kept going?
What if they decided to never stop waging war against conquering
Remember Hela's biggest thing? Yeah,
the tree.
Hela hated the team because she was like, "Yo, we just stopped." He was satisfied.
I want to keep
like,
going.
What the hell? She was like, "We didn't miss. Why did we stop?"
Honestly, a lot of what ifs with her would be super, super interesting in my opinion.
Man, I was gonna say a Dormammu what if, but basically every one of those just ends with me eating everything.
Yeah, he kind of just beats up everyone.
Yeah.
What if?
Oh my god, what if Ultron versus Dormammu, bro? I'm selfish.
Oh.
Give me that. Give me that. I need that.
That's a good question, man. Because it really depends on. Oh man, because I guess we have what artwork statements that he was designed to be 11th dimensional or something along those lines.
Up to 11th dimensional.
Up to yeah.
But here's the thing, and this is a bit of a preview for your subscribers for some upcoming MCU work from me. He would still be above the microverse, which scales above the laws of reality, like time and space and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is according to a scientist that helped develop the script for the movie itself. So it's actually literally the directors and him talking about it. So consuming that, scaling above that, I mean, being 11th dimensional itself is complex, multiversal. And it would still make and be in the realm of a possibility that beyond infinite. Man, I don't know. Ultron's strong as shit. Yeah, but, I mean, you could make it. You could honestly make it work. The problem is obviously we know Dormammu scales below Ancient One with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
But the Infinity Stones are underrated. And assembled, it's, I guess, the defense against him to project down is probably just too much. I'd probably say that, because we know when he's limited, it confuses him. So that's probably what the issue is. And the magic itself, anyways, is beyond a stone, just one stone. So we also got to attribute that. So Ancient One, all her magic, plus all the magicians on Earth, plus all the Infinity Stones is what keeps Dormammu away. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So he probably could throw hands with Ultron.
But that's something that I think people just want to see, though. It's just a slugfest between two characters of that level of power, you know?
Another one, since we've introduced Uatu as a fighter as well, you got to show what's classic comic. The beef between the Watchers and the Celestials.
I feel like we're hinting towards that. We're going to see that down the road. We've already got our hints at Celestials, and obviously we have the Eternals coming out soon, which will delve heavily into them. So I'm hoping we'll get some sort of clarification there as to at least there being a rivalry between the two.
Hit the like button if you want to see Secret Wars in What If Season 2.
Secret Wars would be
You could modify it, and they're just not going to use every character they use in Secret Wars, but they could use a lot of them. They could add the Defenders.
Hopefully the X-Men and Fantastic Four at that point, but I mean, we'll see.
Venom.
Yeah, and Carnage. Oh, what if Carnages?
Oh, Vader? If they added Star Wars characters?
Could you imagine if, during this last what if, the Watcher pulls together this entire cast of crew and, Palpatine's in the corner?
Dude,
in the schemes he'd be rolling with?
No. Listen, imagine how crazy this trailer would be. Loki on his knees, panting, like he's about to die, and you just hear Yoda go, "Fought well, you have." Oh no!
Damn.
Oh my god! Just a crazy ass remake of Secret Wars, because this has merit to it, because the directors that are involved with the MCU before have stated they want to do Secret Wars. Yeah. So creative control, I literally would not care if they remixed Secret Wars and just added whatever characters they're allowed to, and just morph the story to fix that. That'd be dope. That's a change I'm completely fine with, because obviously MCU can't use every character possible. So just modify it, and the story can't be the same if you don't For example, if you don't have Molecule Man, you don't have Molecule Man.
Yeah. You
got to change some shit right there. I'd probably use What If Ultron or something. I don't know, but it'd definitely be dope.
No, I'd be super pumped for something like that, man. What do you think would happen if I watched some really cool information on deleted scenes from WandaVision, and apparently Doctor Strange was a heavily influenced person there. All of the commercials are Doctor Strange mentally reaching out to Wanda and trying to communicate with her that she's having like this mental breakdown, which is something they completely cut from the show. So what do you think would happen if Doctor Strange genuinely showed up to Wanda during that entire event inside that hex? Do you think he could solve the problem?
Okay, fill me in on the problem, because I didn't...
So WandaVision creates this wildly powerful magic that's essentially like a hex around this entire city, right? And the city basically is impenetrable to pretty much everyone, and anyone who tries to go through gets all sorts of messed up. Photon literally got her powers inside the series. To give you an idea of like just trying to go through that, the weirdo energies that she manipulates. Turns out she's a powerful chaos magician, and that's her essentially like territory, and anybody within that can no longer use their magic as long as she puts her runes up on the outside of it. And she basically held off the entire government and pretty much all the forces of the world. Doctor Strange is just missing for some reason. We don't really know why, but this event is affecting like the whole world, to give you an idea.
Well, given what we know from supplementary sources to like the Doctor Strange movie itself and what he's done, like Wong and all of them could deal with beings that had artifacts that could destroy the world.
Ooh, and let me give one bit more of clarification. There's another powerful witch that actually had been manipulating her the whole time inside, and she claims that Wanda is quite literally the Scarlet Witch, which is a legendary being more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. So keep that also in mind.
I'm fine with that, bro. Doctor Strange has been fading stronger bitches his whole life, dog.
True.
That shit don't matter. But nah, for real, that's fine because that's consistent with the comics. Like Wanda is always like supposed to have more punching power, but Doctor Strange is the finesse lord. So
that's so true.
Yeah, like he would just figure a way to finesse her, especially given an opportunity. But obviously in her own show, I don't know how that dynamic would work. I don't know how much credit they would give Doctor Strange. Although, to be fair, Doctor Strange has been given some pretty crazy moments in the MCU. Like,
really has.
People don't talk about this, but he literally trolled Loki. Like an enraged Loki. Like, and he was casually doing it, like waving his hand like, okay, you gotta go. And that was it. He had trolled Thor too. So it's like, and then he found Odin instantly when Loki couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, it just a whole bunch of shit. I mean, I'd have to see it, but I could definitely see them narratively having him solve it.
What if Doctor Strange was in the position Loki was during the Loki show? Did you watch that one?
I watched the last episode I watched the last scene for the damn tribunal shit.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I've been reading so much, I haven't had a chance to watch as much.
It's all good, but what if like Strange was just put in that situation where there's obviously these beings outside of time that are trying to dictate time, and how would he essentially overcome the no magical existence that is the TVA? It would be interesting to see how he could deal with it, because even Loki was there and he was just like, this sucks so much. Like, he didn't even have like his augmented strength from the magical
Astral.
Ooh, astral, huh?
Strange could go astral.
Yeah, because technically it's outside of all, like, the astral plane's outside of all time space, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that would be interesting. Huh. If they locked him into a cell, he could just enter the astral plane and still meme around there? He'd
be like, stupid bitch. Or he could just punch their skulls out.
True. Hey, if it was classic Doctor Strange, you know he'd be judo flipping those motherfuckers into oblivion.
No, he's actually very well trained. So in his or no, the Doctor Strange comics that go with the movie. It just like gives a background of the training he does, and they're well versed in several martial arts. So he actually would probably beat the shit out of a lot of people, especially in astral form where they probably
wouldn't be able to interact with them. Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, the TVA probably would have a way to counter that, but he could be a threat.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I just think that would be a really interesting situation, and then there'd have to be. I think we already see evil variants of him, obviously with the context of What If already, but I wonder if there's evil variants of Doctor Strange that have actively went out and tried to like mess with the TVA. That'd just be a really interesting interaction. Let's see here.
If you could put Vader, since they showed the castle, if you could put Vader against anyone in the MCU in the What If, who would it be?
What if Vader rolled up on a planet that Captain Marvel defended?
Oh my God, she would ruin his day.
She would bang him up.
Yeah, no. So here's the issue. The way I see this, like in all honesty, the reason it'd be kind of tough, is because he's probably pulling up in a ship, and she's really good at just breaking
blowing
hoses.
up ships.
Yeah, blowing up ships. So that'd be annoying, but at the same time, maybe he'd use the Force. I don't know. He has quite the range on choking and stuff. I don't know. I could see him fighting. I could see them introducing Wolverine. Wolverine being sent after Vader.
Ooh, that would be legit, dude.
Like Vader's sent down to a planet, maybe lands in Canada. I don't know. Like, let's just say Canada, because obviously Wolverine, and he starts taking that bitch over because he's Vader. That's what he does.
So
and
Captain Marvel blows up his ship, right? He crashes in Canada and says, "I'm just gonna take this bitch over," and starts rolling, man.
No. I was speaking outside of the Captain Marvel scenario, like new scenario.
Oh, okay.
This one with Wolverine, like he lands in Canada, starts taking it over, and they're like, "Yo, send Wolverine." That'd be a interaction, and then you know have Magneto come put down Vader or something. In terms of characters we currently have, I could definitely see them trying something like Vader versus Thor, and he stops the hammer with the Force.
Yeah, he like throws the hammer super hard, just stops it in front of him. I don't have to touch it.
Yeah, something like that.
Would he be able to pick it up since he's got robot arms?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure. I'd probably say for like a final one for who I'd want Vader to fight, Iron Man or War Machine.
I think Iron Man more. War Machine. I don't know, the repulsor rays bouncing off the lightsaber is just too badass the imagery. War Machine's a little bit too more like gun oriented. He just stopped all the bullets. I guess that would be pretty cool too.
Yeah, true.
But hell yeah, man. I don't know. The use of Star Wars in What Ifs would just be so. It's such a legit idea, man. If only we could be lucky enough to pull the W on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If they're bold enough to show Vader's castle, they might be bold enough to integrate it. Especially in animated.
Yeah, I think if they keep it out of the live action, they'll see it as okay. But an animated, dude, please. Disney, please, if you're listening, write it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll write it for them.
Yeah, please. I think any fan in their right.
I'll have Dooku kill Thanos.
Dude, Dooku deserves some cred. When's the Dooku vid dropping, man? I'm telling you.
I've dropped one before, but I got to remaster. So like, I'm gonna separate explained videos and scaling videos. So you'll get like lore and just like an understanding of the character on a fundamental level, and then for the scaling, you'll get their feats, skills, stuff like that. Just a good way to like have all bases covered, because I like to have context with the scaling and stuff and a better understanding.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's best to do explained and scaling videos.
Agreed, because there's a lot of people conflate the two, and it's like, come on. Well,
yeah, facts.
I guess I don't know. I've got. Let's see. Let's do one more here. What if in this new Spider-Man movie, what if Peter Parker wished for him to go back in time, Stephen Strange to go back in time and keep Uncle Ben from dying? How do you think that would affect things?
What was the emphasis on Uncle Ben for Holland Spider-Man?
I mean, it's the same story. We just essentially didn't get the whole movie of Crimea River for Uncle Ben. He died for him. Yeah, it's like the same story.
Okay, so this would be kind of funny. They could the funny one would be to either go his friend getting bit, the Chinese kid.
Yeah.
Which would be funny. Or I could see them going with MJ getting bit. Maybe Vulture getting bit. I don't know. Something different.
I thought it would be weird to see him in a world where he doesn't like understand consequences as well. So he'd be a lot more like Superior Spider-Man-esque, in my opinion, and he'd probably wind up as one of those great inventors who kind of got screwed over by Tony Stark, much like not Mephisto. What the hell is his name? Fishbowl Head did. Mysterio did.
Yo, nah, this would be dope. I don't know if they do this, but like when he saves Uncle Ben, he kills the guy, and then like it ends up getting him locked up, and then he meets up with like Vulture, and becomes a criminal.
Yeah, feeling he did
Spider-Man
the right
as
thing.
a criminal. Spider-Man as a criminal would be crazy. Like he wasn't like basically because he was young.
Yeah.
And let's say he kills a guy and he goes to jail, or I would just say he gets sent to jail because he accidentally kills him. Like I'm saying, he accidentally kills him because he's pissed and punches the guy, and he hits so hard he literally
kills him by accident.
Yeah, so that's why he goes, and in there he meets someone like Vulture. And or you could have him meet someone who uses mind control like Mysterio or something, like illusions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just have someone that could lead him down a dark path. Or him get the symbiote to break out. I don't know. Something like that. Or just have Holland get the symbiote.
It would be cool to see him do something other than what we've seen in everything so far. Even in the what ifs, he's always like super happy-go-lucky. It'd be interesting to take him down like a darker path. But
yeah, I would want to see him do that. I could see Kraven, Sinister Six. I could see Sinister Six work getting put in. That'd be dope.
Yeah, any what if with a Sinister Six, I think would be pretty legit.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, yo, real talk though. This is, I think this is the first time I've been on your channel, right?
Yeah, first time featured on the channel. Yeah.
Yeah, this obviously, I just hit 10K, but let's get Lumos at 10K.
Hey,
by next week. So hit the like button, subscribe. Hey, we don't take breaks, but yeah, I appreciate you having me on though to discuss the what ifs.
Nah, dude, it's been a blast. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's always good to sit down and chat with you on some stuff, especially just some off the wall conversation, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, guys, it's been a blast. Thanks for your time, and we'll catch you next time, guys. Later.
Peace.